My name is Joshua. I'm from Ebonyi State. The reason why I'm doing this thing is just to make I want my mother to be happy, so that I'm going to become somebody in life. I don't want to become a artist. I want to become an artist, a musician, to make money out of it, to make a profit, just to make my mother and my father to be happy.
It's not everybody that the art is good. You know, like some now can just watch their movie. Some just their spit, some beat us, some cause us, some cause our mother or our parents that tell you some only. Some will swear for us, some that don't want to steal them. But some that have good mind, they will give us like 1,000. Yeah, we started at Bondo. We used to work, yes, one of our friends carry from our cash in them, release us, they even have to break our buckets because of that. They said that it's not good, that it's child abuse, that it's not good to doing this thing. Even as now, that we come to Yanakwaja now, use Yanakwaja behind now. Come to Yanakwaja at this thing. Yanakwaja bus stop, all those boys, all those that go, they will come and say, and come and collect money from our hand. Some will come and be searching us as if they give us money.
And there are a lot of dangers around these things because so somebody might say somebody is patronizing them and in the way can lure them to other things. It could be crime, it could be total usage of people's destiny, and you now discover that such person are nowhere to be found.
January 24 is International Day for Education. All over the world will be celebrating this day, and Nigeria will join the international community to celebrate this International Day of Education. In other words, this particular day will be sensitizing the entire world to the importance of education in the life of a child. Now, Nigeria in particular has the Child's Right Law, which has provided the right to education for every Nigerian child. So Nigeria will also be celebrating and be sensitizing the Nigerian people, especially parents, to the importance of education on 24th day of January 2023. And so I want to remind you parents there that education is the right of your child, and that your child is a girl or a boy, he or she is entitled to education. Now in Nigeria, like I said, the right of a child to education is guaranteed by Section 15 of the Child's Rights Law of Lagos State, and of course Child's Rights Act of Nigeria. What this means is that every Nigerian child should be sent to school. As a matter of fact, under the Child's Rights Law of different states, and of course the Child's Rights Law of Nigeria and the Child's Rights Act of Nigeria, which is a national enactment which has been domesticated by different states, every child has the right to education. So any parent that does not or refuses to send his or her child to school is guilty of an offense under this law. But unfortunately, we still see thousands of Nigerian children hawking, begging for alms, and of course, wiping windscreens and selling different items in traffic during school hours. Of course, this is an irregularity, it is an aberration, and it is an offense under the Child's Rights Law. And I therefore want to sound a note of warning to parents. It is an offense on your own part to refuse your child to be in school. Any parent that refuses to put his or her child in school is guilty of an offense.
The dangers attached to it is a whole lot. They are enormous. Talk of low self-esteem, behavioral problems,
developmental challenges, physically, some would even get to the extreme of having, wounds on their body and the rest of that. So generally, as a mother, you want to do everything that you can in your power to protect your child or any other child you find, in such situation.
It is not going to be an excuse for any parent to say, I don't have money, that is why my child is not in school. Under the Universal Basic Education Act, which is also an enactment, a national enactment in Nigeria, education to junior secondary school of every child is free. Universal Basic Education Act, UBE Act, provides that every child shall be given the right to free education at least to JSS level. So the fact that your child is not in school is not because you cannot provide or you don't have money to send him or her to school. That is not going to be an excuse. Again, I have heard from some parents that say that their children are sent out of school because they have not been able to pay tax. Again, I want to let you know that any principal or headmaster, head teacher that sends a child away from school because of the inability of the parents to pay tax or developmental fee, whatever they may call it, is committing an offense under the law. Yes, it is the duty of the parent to pay tax. It is the duty of the parent to pay their bills. Development fee or tax is the duty of the parents to so pay. But it is the right of the child to go to school. And the child is a separate entity, separate from the parent. Therefore, the right of the child to education cannot and must not be jeopardized by the inability or refusal of the father to pay tax. So now, if there is any parent that finds himself or herself in this position, your child has been sent away from school, please contact any human rights organization in your vicinity or contact Women Empowerment and Legal Aid who will pursue your case for you. The right of the child to be in school is her right, and it is sacrosanct. It cannot be impeached by the refusal of the man or the woman, which is the parent, to pay tax. The option that is open to government is to take the man or the woman that has refused to pay tax to court and give him penalty for his refusal to pay tax. And so the child should not be penalized, or the right of the child should not be taken from him or her. The right to education should not be taken away from the child. Therefore, I want to let you know that every child should be in school. And finally, I want to again let the government know that under the Child's Right Law, the government is empowered to vacate the children on the streets and register them in school. There is a body that is expected to be, and that is the Child's Right Law body. That is the Child's Right Law monitoring body, monitoring commission. It's supposed to be set up by the government as provided by the Child's Right Law of Lagos State.
My take is that the government has failed in their own little way. If you go everywhere, you see them. If you drive, you will see the kids, some cleaning cars, doing all sorts of things, which is not supposed to be so. If in their own little ways, they are doing what they are supposed to do, they are supposed to pick these kids off the street and put them in school.
And this monitoring body is expected to move around, have a task force that moves around to vacate children from the street and enroll them in school. I am talking about school-age children. So I want to let you know again that your child has no reason to be on the street hawking during school hours. Women Empowerment and Legal Aid on the 24th day of January is going to move the government, i.e. the task force of the government, to move around the streets, vacate the children hawking during school hours or begging for alms during school hours, or those that are cleaning windscreen or doing all sort of things during school hours, and they will be compelled to be in school. They will be registered in school. It is one of the activities we shall be doing to celebrate the International Day of Education. Once again, I want to let you know that the education of your child is very important. The children are the future of the country, and where education is neglected, ignorance is encouraged. And I therefore want you to know that for your child to be in proper position, for your child to become an asset to you, an asset to the nation, and of course for you to be proud of your child, your boy child and your girl child, you must send them to school. Give them proper education. Education is important. It is the right of your child. I want to say once again, Happy International Day for Education.
Women Empowerment and Legal Aid.